From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
Good afternoon and welcome to your MTN Noon News for this Monday. I'm Hailey, Monaco. A 4-month-long search has finally ended. The Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services recently announced that Laurel in Yellowstone County will be housing the new statewide facility. The decision is sparking both worries and excitement for local officials who say this project will greatly affect cities like Billings as well as Laurel. MTN's Vanessa Willardson has the story.
Laurel has officially been chosen for the new state behavioral health facility.
Laurel is so close to Billings that it's going to generate a lot of the same impacts and also generate a lot of the same benefits.
But as far as we know, the state has not secured a plot of land.
Any property located outside of Laurel would have to be annexed into the city in order for it to get sewer and water.
And according to Billings Mayor Bill Cole, it's a process that is just in its beginning stages.
So there's still a lot of moving pieces in this. This cake is not fully baked. We don't know what it's going to look like when it comes out of the oven.
Cole says with the new facility just miles down the road, it will likely have a significant effect on Billings.
I'm hoping that if the facility is located in Laurel, it will take some of the pressure off our jail, free up a few of the beds that are now occupied by people waiting for forensic psychiatric evaluation.
While Cole has his concerns,
we still have the same concerns that they're going to be competing for the same professional services. And when people are released from this facility, we need to know where they're going to go.
Montana State Senator Mike Yakowicz brings a different perspective.
It will bring people to Billings. It will bring high-level psychiatrists to Billings.
Yakowicz says the years between the decision and the hospital opening will give Yellowstone County a chance to prepare to accommodate the facility.
It's going to take 2 to 3 years to actually open the door. So we have a golden opportunity to be able to work together in partnership with our community, with our providers, with our elected officials, with our educators. Okay, let's work on workforce.
MTN reached out to Laurel City officials for comment through phone and email. However, as of news time Saturday, those requests remain unanswered.
My recommendation is that for anyone who has an interest in the potential benefits and challenges of this facility, that they stay engaged with the state and stay engaged with the city of Laurel.
In Yellowstone County, Vanessa Willardson, MTN News.
This weekend's blast of polar conditions kept tow truck drivers and emergency crews busy across the state. The snowfall that started on Friday led to weekend-long hazardous conditions coupled with below freezing temperatures. First responders and law enforcement agencies tell MTN News that this combination led to several crashes on I-90, keeping crews on the move. And drivers at towing companies like JH Motors in Billings say for them, the storm was no exception. They say teams like theirs prepare in advance for conditions like these, and understanding the weather ahead of time is key.
For us, we were very well prepared. We have a great team at JH Motors, and thankfully we had all our trucks up and running, and we've been running nonstop since. Whenever you call a tow truck company, you're not calling them on your best day. You're calling them because something happened, or you need a jump start, or you got in a wreck, or you ran over a pole, and it's our job to make sure that goes a little bit easier and make your day a little bit better.
It is always a good idea to remember who to call after you call first responders to help you get out of a bad situation. With the weekend's snowstorm still impacting our Billings roads, emergency crews say safety while traveling is a top priority. The Montana Department of Transportation is urging all Montanans to check 511 prior to winter travel to get access to real-time cameras and weather. The Road Weather Information System, located on Montana DOT's website, records roadway surface temperature, precipitation, and wind data. And according to the DOT, their sites have cameras that pull new images every 15 minutes to check the road conditions. During last season's winter, travelers accessed the website and mobile app 6 million times. But now we enter a new week, and we're checking in with meteorologist Miller Robson to see if those frigid temperatures are sticking around.
Well, we got slick roads all across the region as a winter wonderland underway. You can see here in Whitefish looking pretty good up there. Watch out for those slick roads. A great shot there in Livingston. Also Miles City, who saw a record low on Sunday morning. A very frigid start this morning as well as those cold temperatures starting to warm up just a bit. We'll try to get back to seasonal or maybe just a little bit under that. For the most part, kind of seasonal this week. We do have several disturbances coming through, though, giving us a chance maybe of daily snow and maybe even some rain across the region and down in northern parts of Wyoming. But you can see just the snow starting to move into the northwest corner of the state. We'll break it all down for you coming up.
And speaking of winter weather, for those interested in hitting the slopes at Showdown, Montana, there's an opportunity to save money on those lift tickets. For over 30 years, Showdown has been giving out discounted lift vouchers to those who give canned goods to the ski resort. But this year, they're expanding the operation at participating food banks across the state. MTN's Quentin Shores has the details.
I think it's it's just a hard time of year for families and for people that need help. And we want to do everything we can to support this. We've been doing a food drive for at least 35 years up here, a canned food drive on opening weekend.
As temperatures drop and skiers get ready to hit the slopes at Showdown, Montana, some may be shocked to learn that you can cut down the price of that $70 lift ticket by $50.
We have vouchers at food banks in Great Falls, Helena, Billings, Bozeman, White Sulphur Springs, and if you bring 20 cans of food to those food banks, you will get a lift ticket, or a voucher, excuse me, for a $20 lift ticket, good any day in the month of December that we're open.
In the past, Showdown has allowed guests to bring canned foods to the ski resort directly, and then the Great Falls Community Food Bank would send a truck to pick it up. But to expand the operation and make things more convenient, this year they're imploring guests to drop their cans at the food banks directly.
You just bring the food to us here at the food bank, 1620 12th Avenue North, and then you get your lift ticket here. And there's a limit of only 10 per person, so you can get up to 10.
You can bring as many as 120 cans to get your discounted lift tickets while supplies last. Additionally, since it's the season of giving, the food bank is looking for cereal, canned chili, soups, and canned fruits.
People really enjoy giving this time of year, which is awesome. And we really rely on November and December for about, I would say, 50 or 60% of our income and our donations.
It's not just about Showdown, it's about the people that come here, and what we do is really important, and it's so much fun.
Showdown is hoping to open to the public on December 5th, but vouchers are available now for pickup during the food bank's business hours. In Great Falls, Quentin Shores, MTN News.
A major crackdown on impaired driving is underway in Bighorn County. Hardin Police Chief Paul George tells MTN News that he has formed an aggressive DUI enforcement unit, doubling drunk driving arrests from 28 last year to 42 so far this year. The department has already arrested nearly 24 DUI offenders in just the last 2 months, with around 3% of drivers impaired at any given moment, and that number spiking on weekends during the holiday season. Hardin officers are hitting the streets to send a clear message. Chief George says it's all part of his comprehensive crime fighting strategy that's already reduced violent crime by 40% since he took command. Montana's pork industry just marked a major milestone. The state's first ever boar stud facility has officially opened outside Cascade County, and the operations there promise to strengthen herd health and keep Montana livestock producers more independent. In this afternoon's Montana Ag Report, MTN's Brianna Juneau toured the facility and brings us an exclusive look.
Just a few miles outside of Cascade sits a building that marks a first for Montana agriculture, a completely biosecure, state-of-the-art boar stud facility that will house more than 400 mature boars. This operation will produce the genetic material for more than 100,000 new litters every year. And for the first time, that high-quality supply will come from right here in Montana.
As clean as it is today, that's how it stays.
William Kleinsasser from the Elk Creek Colony was one of the first to show me around before the facility became completely closed off to the public to protect the animals' health.
We came together and we said we have to supply, we have to protect our health and our value of Montana piglets.
The Hutterite colonies owned the land and partnered with the pork storks of Montana to build the first facility of its kind in the state.
We'll have, I think it's 35 farms that will get semen from this place delivered 2 to 3 times a week.
All to end their dependence on out-of-state boar semen and reducing the risk of disease. This major step was supported by a Grow Through Agriculture grant, the project receiving the maximum award of $150,000.
So it depends on the project keeping the small businesses here strong and empowering entrepreneurs and local business owners to keep growing where they are. It helps us shape our identity in agriculture and as a state.
Once they're trained, you just basically have to open the gate and they come over and they're ready to go.
Joe Whipp from the Milford Colony says the benefit of an in-state, tightly controlled supply is already clear.
Right now we were getting semen from the Midwest where there's a little disease pressure. So we're just making sure that we can keep the state clean and to help ensure a better product for our consumers.
Inside the facility, every room has a purpose.
This is a quarantine room, which is a separate airspace from the big room where we were just in.
And a protocol.
Nobody in the industry can just show up and walk in here. They have to be down for 72 hours to ensure that they don't bring any disease into the facility.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There are sanitation lines, quarantine zones, and controlled airflow rooms. Even outside boots and clothing can't enter the building.
That's part of biosecurity. If biosecurity isn't uncomfortable, you're not doing it properly.
Right.
We do pride ourselves with clean facilities and good animal care and welfare.
For the Hutterite colonies, this project is about more than just efficiency. It's about preserving the health and value of Montana piglets.
I think going forward, this project will be enjoyed hopefully for many generations to come.
A facility built for Montana, by Montana, to keep the state's agriculture strong, secure, and independent. In Cascade County, Brianna Juneau, MTN News.